Andreessen Horowitz released its annual State of Crypto report this week, and the firm put the number of worldwide cryptocurrency owners at 617 million, a new high, driven in part by the mass adoption of stablecoin. Joining us now with more on crypto, Anthony Pompliano, founder, CEO of Professional Capital Management. It's election season. We've been watching Bitcoin. Druckenmiller said that perhaps the recent move is an indication that some players think that that Trump may have moved ahead. He's moved ahead on a lot of the betting sites. Do you think that's why? I mean, it's back to 67, which is not anywhere near the high, but it is well above where it was 3 weeks ago. It was threatening to go under 59,000 again. So it's been moving up for the past week or so.
I think the market conditions are definitely playing in favor of store value assets. You see gold up 30% this year, Bitcoin's up 60%. So Bitcoin is just more sensitive and kind of more volatile than gold.
You know, I asked you a specific question about whether it was moving up on Trump's prospect. Did you? I think this is like last night. Did you hear what the actual question was? Do you think it's related? Because Andrew points out that Vice President Harris has been sort of courting some of the crypto world. So then I
don't think it matters who the president's going to be, right? Bitcoin.
So even the last week has nothing to do with it.
I think that it is much more likely that about 6 months after the halving, you get the pricing in of the supply shock. You also have central banks around the world that are cutting interest rates. You have M2 money supply that's now expanding. And then you also have a very bullish investor base, right? If you go and you look at kind of how over-levered people are and how excited they are about stocks moving up, Bitcoin moving up, et cetera. Now, if you go back and look at 2020, this is right about the time where we went from, call it $10,000 for 6 months. We just went straight up from 10,000 to 64,000 in March of 2021. And so I'm not a huge believer in just like, hey, it's the month of October, everything's got to go up, because usually September is down, but it was an up month. And so we kind of invalidated that thought process. But I do believe that there is something about around 6 months after the halving, you start to work in that supply change, you get a monetary regime change. And I do think Bitcoin is going to continue to run through the end of the year.
Okay. Because the reasons you gave right at the top were you could go back 3 months when you're on, 6 months when you're on, 9 months, and they were the same thing that you've always said, the same selling points for why Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is the simplest story in finance, but it is the hardest story for traditional financial market players to understand because it requires them to not overthink it. And I think that's a really, kind of important point, which is Bitcoin is a finite asset. If they increase the money supply, if they drop interest rates, and people around the world realize that they need a store of value, they're going to buy Bitcoin. Now, what's really interesting is Charlie Bolillo from Creative Planning put out this chart that over the last 30 years, the U.S. dollar has lost 50% of its purchasing power. In one generation, people lost 50% of their purchasing power. They're going to look for other assets. Now, what I do think is important is that Bitcoin is not a threat to the U.S. dollar. What we're seeing and what the Andreessen report pointed out is that actually what people are doing is they're using Bitcoin as a savings account. They're buying Bitcoin and they're holding it. They don't want to spend the Bitcoin, but they're starting to use these stable coins. And so stable coins now have hundreds of millions of users. And so just like in the traditional world where you have a savings account and you have a checking account, you never touch your savings account. That's what people are doing with their Bitcoin. It's the digital savings account. And then the stable coins are now your checking account to pay for your everyday expenses, goods and services, et cetera. And I think that by reducing the friction of switching between currencies, because now everything is digital, what you're now introducing is a multi-currency world, which historically hasn't been possible because to move from dollars to any other currency was incredibly expensive and difficult. Now we have a savings account in Bitcoin. Stablecoins are what you're going to pay for, and those two things are going to continue to ride, and stablecoins will be a huge bull market for the U.S. dollar.
Okay, so the great masses of the unbanked, are you seeing Bitcoin become, I mean, if you have a phone, you can have a bank anywhere in the world. Is that, in the past, you've said, that's like fairy dust. Remember, you sprinkle a little fairy dust. You've been in foreign countries and you ask the guys, you got it, and they're like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you think, can you make the case that's actually happening
I'll give you a couple
or is it just fairy dust?
Let me give you a couple of numbers. So there's two reports that recently came out. One, Nick Carter at Castle Island, they did a huge study with Brevin Howard, Visa, et cetera. And then there's a new guy who's the head of economics at Tether. They both put out a bunch of data. And so the data points were Tether claims that they have 330 million people people on chain, not in centralized exchanges, on chain with Tether in those wallets. If you add in centralized exchanges, tens of millions more. So let's call it 400 plus million people just with Tether. Then Nick Carter, Visa, Brevin Howard went and they looked and they said 2 out of every 3 emerging market crypto users have converted stablecoins and their fiat currencies. They're going back and forth between these assets. And then they also said that 40% of these emerging market crypto users have bought a good or service with stablecoins. Now, again, that is just crypto market emerging market users. So what is the percentage? That's a huge question. So if it's only 10% of a nation, you go and you talk to people on the ground, only 1 out of 10 people are going to say, hey, I've got the stablecoin. But it is a very high penetration of usage for these stablecoins for the people who have them.
I mean, 'cause you can paint this unbelievable picture, Andrew, that there's people in high inflation countries that work their ass off. And then, a week later, whatever they worked for is worth, 10% less in a week. And if you were to go into Bitcoin, there's a place where but I don't know if it's really happening.
I think there's a huge story right now. We'll see if it happens. Stripe is reportedly looking at acquiring one of these stablecoin businesses. And so when you start to look at a digital payment provider saying, hey, look, let's go and adopt these stablecoins. Again, stablecoins are for payments. Bitcoin is for savings, which historically Bitcoiners have said you're going to spend your Bitcoin. But right now it is dumb to spend your Bitcoin in America. You get taxed and it's a huge issue.
All right, thank you. Would you say you've been getting at it relentlessly all day already?
Every morning,
since the minute
with a smile.
You've been getting at it. We got to do that. Do you? There's days I'm not relentless. I don't feel relentless at all. Yeah, I think he does.
You guys are doing just fine.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
More coffee or something or below. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Anyway.
When we come back.
Oh, I forgot. I have a very important question. One question that's super important. Do you think that Peter Todd is Satoshi Nakamoto? No, did everybody watch the HBO documentary last week?
I didn't watch it, but I saw the guy. I hope not.
Do you think that's him?
Andrew, we're all Satoshi.